Dave,
You came in with a smile on your face, so is that a good sign 2 weeks into camp that you've got a smile on your face?
it's been, I've really enjoyed our team. I've enjoyed the staff. I've enjoyed, the process. I've really, I think, gotten to know guys better and both, off the field, but really on the field too, in terms of skill sets and strengths and weaknesses. And it's been exciting kind of catering and playing to those strengths. Um, Here coming up, we've got to really hone down on negating some of those weaknesses. But I'm excited about the team. I think they're all in, and there's a great brotherhood. So excited.
So is this button-up time now that you don't have to deal with the media, and it's now the focus towards 15 days, and you really tweak things, or you kind of put things in where people are going to be?
I think so. Yeah, the scrimmage is going to be a big piece to that, and then I think afterwards, finding roles for guys and finalizing depth charts. This next week will be mock game week, and so we'll take them. School start, so we'll take them through. What a Monday looks like, a Tuesday, so on and so forth, and then we'll have a mock game. Next Saturday, different situations and guys subbing on and off, and a guy goes down, who goes in, and all that, and so we'll get them on that kind of rhythm of what a game week looks like, and obviously our first opponent will be introduced as well during that week, so it won't be all, Baylor versus Baylor, which we've had quite a bit of that. And so to do those things, we have to have our roster set, and so this is that time.
Dave, are you closer to naming a quarterback, or is that still going to be a while? Or
Well, I hope it's sooner than later. I'd like it to be. I think for the team, I think for the individuals that are competing, um, I think for everyone involved. I think there's times where offensively, I feel sometimes, in some of the competition things that we've done, where if there really was a guy that just had the title of starter, it might have been different because he'd been empowered to say this and say that. And I think anytime guys are competing, you're not getting that. And so I think the team needs it, but we don't want to give it to a guy if he's not completely the guy. And I think it's got to be earned. I think the scrimmage here has a lot to do with it.
Do you feel, not the word disappointment is not the right word, but do you feel disappointed you don't yet have that? And does that mean it's competitive, or does that mean you don't have one?
Just means we don't have one. I think it's been awfully competitive. I think today's a great example. And so we had 2 minutes today. So we had guys moving the ball down the field. Gary's doing it some with his legs. Blake was doing it some with his arm. Kyron's getting the ball off quick. Zeno is making the right reads. And so we just, they're each competing at a level where you want a guy to pull away. And so we're hoping we can see some of that on Saturday.
For example, let's say you played this Saturday.
Yeah,
You wouldn't know who that would be.
correct. Yep.
What anything else specific that you want to get out of tomorrow's scrimmage? What kind of things are you looking for?
Yeah, so want to be able to see the attitude taking the field. I think when we cross the bridge, and it's going to be different than here, we want to be able to see, like a be here now mindset. And we want to be able to see whether things go good or they don't go good, continuing to control what we can control. We're talking a lot about pounding the rock, and so I've got a big old chisel and I'm hitting this rock again and again, and maybe it chips, maybe it cracks, maybe it don't. Keep pounding, man. Right? The next one will do it. And so I think that mentality is really what we want to be about. And so, we get into a scrimmage tomorrow and it goes great from one side, the other side, pound the rock, man. And so flip that thing. And I think we want to be able to see that. This is our really last opportunity to work on that skill.
Is that something you've carried with you, or is that a philosophy that you got from somebody else?
No, I think that's always something that you admire with really good teams. I think teams that don't beat themselves, teams that will deliver body blows and get hands to come down from guarding the face so that you can get the shot later in the game to take them down. I think, you know, you have to be focused on the process completely. I think if you're focused on gratification, you know, quickly and easily, you can get sidetracked. Not very many things worth anything are quickly and easily.
Dave, are you seeing the offensive players grasp Coach Grimes' system better and better every day?
Yeah, they, you know, I'm able to be in a lot of those staff meetings, and then I'm also able to be in the team meetings or in the offensive team meetings. And I think Coach has got a great hold of those guys. I think they believe in them. They listen to them. You know, I think the words that he's telling there, I think they're taking to heart. And so they're, you know, I was talking with Xavier and with Connor Galvin today, and they were going, and you know, Xavier was saying since he's been here, he hasn't been on an offense that's this close to kind of tipping over to the side of being fully what they're capable of. And so that was cool for him to say. I think, you know, that wasn't really needled or positioned by me in any way. And so, you know, that just, to me, that speaks to Mateos and Grimes and Sean and Stuck and Juice and the work that they've done to connect with those guys.
You mentioned Xavier, I think the last time we talked to you, that maybe this little box has opened up in trust. Is that what coaching's about? Maybe unlocking that Pandora's box in a kid, all of a sudden it clicks, who may have it but just hasn't been able to do it?
Yeah, I think, you know, players, coaches too, a lot of times, there's just, they're locked up. You know, there's something in their past where they were hurt, where they're protecting, and, you know, and when they protect like that, you know, they don't get hurt, but then you can't really see them either, right? You know what you feel like you know what they're capable of, but you really can't see them. They won't let you see them. And so it's just a lot of work to go through to, you know, to get to all of that, and then build the trust where they let you into all of that, and then come up on the other side of it. I think, you know, position coaches have a lot to do with that. And so there's a fair amount of guys like that where, you know, if we can get our best players playing the best, we've got ourselves a really good team.
Connor said you're still moving guys around a little bit in the offensive line, but do you feel like that group is getting really close to what you want to see from them?
Yeah, I think, you know, we had a really strong Tuesday, and I think since Tuesday, we've been able to, you know, trade out a center and a guard, trade out right tackles, trade out right guard and left guard, and those are our moves just to see what it looks like. I think there's a really good idea of where things are at. You know, I think the scrimmage will finalize that.